The AH-64 Apache is not just a helicopter, it is a symbol of modern battlefield dominance, engineered to hunt, strike, and survive in the most hostile environments on Earth. From deserts to mountains, from day to night, the Apache has earned its reputation as one of the deadliest attack helicopters ever built. When it appears over the battlefield, it changes the balance of power instantly, bringing fear to enemy armor and confidence to friendly forces on the ground. The story of the Apache begins during the Cold War, when the United States Army realized it needed a dedicated attack helicopter capable of defeating massive armored formations. Lessons learned from Vietnam showed that helicopters could be decisive, but they needed better protection, stronger firepower, and advanced sensors to survive against modern air defenses. This requirement led to the Advanced Attack Helicopter Program, which eventually selected the design by Hughes Helicopters, later acquired by McDonnell Douglas and now Boeing. The result was the AH-64 Apache, officially entering service in the mid-1980s. At first glance, the Apache's design looks aggressive and purposeful. Every line and curve serves a combat function. The narrow fuselage reduces the radar and visual profile, while the tandem cockpit places the pilot in the rear and the co-pilot gunner in the front for maximum visibility during attack runs. The crew sits inside heavily armored cockpits, protected by boron carbide armor capable of withstanding small arms fire and even some anti-aircraft rounds. The cockpit glass itself is bullet-resistant, allowing the crew to keep fighting even after taking hits. Powering the Apache are twin turboshaft engines, giving it the speed, agility, and redundancy required for combat. If one engine is damaged, the other can keep the helicopter flying. This survivability philosophy extends throughout the aircraft. Critical systems are duplicated, flight controls are designed to tolerate damage, and the fuel tanks are crash-resistant and self-sealing to reduce the risk of fire. Even the rotor blades are built to survive hits and still allow controlled flight. What truly sets the Apache apart is its sensor and targeting capability. Mounted above the main rotor on many variants is the Longbow radar, a fire control radar that allows the helicopter to detect, track, and prioritize multiple targets while remaining hidden behind terrain. This mast-mounted radar enables the Apache to peek over hills or tree lines, identify enemy vehicles, and then drop back into cover before launching an attack. In addition to radar, the Apache is equipped with advanced electro-optical and infrared sensors, allowing it to see through darkness, smoke, dust, and bad weather. The heart of the Apache's offensive power is its weapon systems. The most iconic is the 30mm M230 chain gun mounted under the nose. This cannon is linked directly to the gunner's helmet, meaning wherever the gunner looks, the gun can follow. With a high rate of fire and devastating impact, the cannon is deadly against infantry, light vehicles, and fortified positions. Its precision allows the Apache to provide close air support to ground troops operating dangerously close to the enemy. On its stub wings, the Apache carries a wide variety of missiles and rockets. The most famous is the AGM-114 Hellfire missile, designed specifically to destroy armored vehicles and tanks. Using laser guidance or radar guidance in later versions, Hellfire missiles can strike targets with pinpoint accuracy from several kilometers away. An Apache can carry up to 16 Hellfire missiles, making it a true tank killer capable of eliminating entire armored formations in a single mission. In addition to Hellfires, the Apache can carry Hydra 70 rocket pods, which are effective against troop concentrations, buildings, and lightly armored targets. The Apache's ability to fight at night is one of its greatest strengths. Long before many other aircraft had reliable night fighting capability, the Apache was designed to operate around the clock. Using its night vision systems and thermal imaging, Apache crews can detect enemy movements invisible to the naked eye. This gave U.S. and Allied forces a massive advantage in conflicts where night operations became the norm, allowing surprise attacks when the enemy least expected them. The Apache proved its value dramatically during Operation Desert Storm in 1991. In the opening hours of the war, Apache helicopters played a key role in destroying Iraqi early warning radar sites, clearing the path for coalition airstrikes. Throughout the conflict, Apaches devastated Iraqi armored units, vehicles, and defensive positions. Their success cemented their reputation and demonstrated that attack helicopters were an essential part of modern combined arms warfare. Over the years, the Apache has continued to evolve. The AH-64D Longbow introduced the mast-mounted radar and improved digital systems, while the latest AH-64E Apache Guardian brings even more upgrades. The E model features more powerful engines, improved rotor blades, enhanced networking capabilities, and the ability to control unmanned aerial vehicles directly from the cockpit. This means Apache crews can receive live video feeds from drones, extend their situational awareness, and even command drones to scout or designate targets ahead of the helicopter. Another critical role of the Apache is close air support. Unlike fast jets that may only have seconds over a target, the Apache can loiter over the battlefield, working closely with ground forces. It can respond quickly to changing situations, identify friendly troops, and engage enemy forces with precision. This makes it especially valuable in complex environments like urban combat, where distinguishing between friend and foe is crucial. The psychological impact of the Apache should not be underestimated. The distinctive sound of its rotor blades has become instantly recognizable on battlefields around the world. For friendly troops, it signals protection and firepower overhead. For enemies, it often means destruction is imminent. This psychological dominance is part of why the Apache remains such a powerful tool, even decades after its introduction. The Apache is not only used by the United States. Many allied nations operate variants of the AH-64, including the United Kingdom, Israel, the Netherlands, Japan, and others. Each operator adapts the helicopter to its own needs, environments, and doctrines, proving the versatility of the platform. From desert warfare to maritime operations, the Apache has shown it can adapt and excel. Despite its strengths, operating the Apache is not easy. It requires highly trained crews, extensive maintenance, and strong logistical support. Apache pilots and gunners undergo intense training to master the aircraft's systems and tactics. They must coordinate closely with ground units, other aircraft, and command elements to maximize effectiveness while minimizing risk. This complexity reflects the Apache's role as a high-end weapon system designed for demanding missions. As warfare continues to evolve, the Apache remains relevant. Upgrades in sensors, weapons, and networking ensure it can operate in contested environments against sophisticated threats. Its ability to integrate with drones, satellites, and other platforms makes it a key node in modern battlefield networks. Even as new technologies emerge, the Apache's combination of firepower, survivability, and flexibility keeps it at the forefront of attack. Aviation. In the end, the AH-64 Apache represents the perfect blend of engineering, combat experience, and battlefield necessity. It is a machine built not just to fight, but to survive, adapt, and dominate. From its first combat missions to its latest upgrades, the Apache continues to prove why it is considered one of the most formidable attack helicopters ever created. For anyone interested in modern military aviation, the Apache is more than a helicopter, it is a legend forged in combat and refined by decades of real-world experience.